Sunshine Reports. My name is Oduayo Sawyer. The Ondo State government says it remains committed to youth empowerment with policies designed to position young people as central players in governance and national transformation. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa gave the assurance at the 10th anniversary lecture of the Ondo State Youth Network. Our Government House correspondent Zimo will put together the report and it is presented from our studio. As Nigeria continues its quest for national rebirth, the Ondo State government is reinforcing its commitment to youth development, believing the future of the nation rests in the hands of its young population. With the theme, Building a Desirable Nigeria, Youth in Leadership for National Renaissance, the 10th anniversary of the Ondo State Youth Network was more than a celebration. It was a clarion call for a generational shift in leadership and civic responsibility. The event drew youth advocates, policy influencers, and public officials to a shared stage, one where the voices of tomorrow engaged meaningfully with the leadership of today. Representing Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa at the event, the Deputy Governor Olaide Adelami reaffirmed the administration's drive to empower youth through well-tailored development strategies and institutional support.
Youths, please, we need a change of mindset. Let's look less on government, and what we can do as government is to provide platform for you to thrive. If you look at this government, there are so many youths within the cabinet, and it's a demonstration of the appreciation that Mr. Governor, that this government, have for you.
Adelami stressed that government will continue to strengthen relevant institutions to ensure effective delivery of youth-centered policies across the state.
Our administration, under the capable leadership of His Excellency, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, is fully committed to creating an enabling environment for youth empowerment through quality education, skills development, digital inclusion, and job creation. We believe that if the youth are empowered, the state is empowered.
Minister of Youth Ayodele Olawande urged young Nigerians to take charge of their future. He said that the responsibility of building a prosperous and united Nigeria rests on the shoulders of the youth.
It is Nigeria first before political parties. We need to start now to take our destiny into our hands. If we truly believe in this state, the youth must be together, irrespective of the political party. And I believe this platform is the best platform.
Other speakers, including the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ebenezer Adeniyo, represented by Rahman Yusuf, and the Senior Special Assistant on ICT, Tomide Akeribido, underscored the importance of innovation, resilience, and values-driven leadership as non-negotiable in today's Nigeria.
Any empowerment should be tailored to agriculture. If somebody is empowered through cooperative society, nobody should give our money to anybody that they will disappear with it.
This 10th anniversary should not just come and go as an anniversary where we just come and marry. This unity, which we have demonstrated beyond political affiliations and religious entitlements, should continue after this.
We've been organizing a lot of programs centered towards empowering our youths in the areas of ICT, enhancing digital literacy, especially in our schools, and of course ensuring the vibrancy of the ICT sector.
The commemorative event brought together youth leaders, policymakers, and stakeholders from civil society, all amplifying the call for a greater youth voice in shaping the future of the nation. The Ondo State government has reaffirmed its commitment to reviving the waste-to-wealth industry as part of broader efforts to promote environmental sustainability and improve sanitation across the state. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa gave the assurance during the World Environmental Sanitation Day Leadership Conference held in Akure, the state capital. Government House correspondent Zimo Ibiemi filed the report and it is presented from our studio.
As global conversations around climate change, urban sanitation and sustainable development continue to gain momentum, stakeholders in Ondo State gathered in Akure to chart a clear path towards environmental transformation. The occasion was the World Environmental Sanitation Day Leadership Conference and Special Fellowship Investiture organized by the Chartered Institute of Management and Leadership, USA, which also conferred an award of excellence on Governor Loki Aiyedatiwa. The theme of the event, creating sustainability and wealth in a changing dynamic world, underscored the urgency to adopt innovative solutions that convert environmental waste into economic assets, particularly in a developing context like Nigeria. Governor Loki Aiyedatiwa, represented by his deputy Dr. Olaide Adelami, emphasized the state's vision to restore the waste-to-wealth industry as a cornerstone for environmental renewal and youth empowerment. He described environmental sustainability not just as a government responsibility, but as a collective task that demands an active participation of professionals, communities, and private investors.
Our commitment to creating a paradigm shift in environmental management and sustainability has yielded significant dividends, positioning our state as a beacon of excellence in environmental sustainability and development.
For the tireless dedication and positive impact of our team, this will further motivate us to recommit to continued pursuit of excellence in governance and environmental stewardship.
The Minister of Environment, Dr. Yakubu Mohammed, represented by Dr. Rotimi Adeyemi, praised the state for rekindling a vision that once earned it a national reputation as Nigeria's cleanest state.
The Minister appealed humbly to stakeholders to increase the workforce in environmental sanitation. The Minister said that we are going to observe the happening of those states with attention, and that Ondo State was leading other states as additional three in integrated waste management in Nigeria. I will happily enjoy your state to move back into that system and see how we can create waste from waste.
Chairman of the Institute Nigeria chapter, Dr. Stephen Alungen, highlighted the economic potential embedded in waste management, commending the governor's leadership for embracing environmental innovation.
Environmental Sanitation Day has an historic antecedent. Since 1983-84, during the two-day India quarantine, the state remained one of the few states in Nigeria, up to this moment, who has been able to sustain, not only maintaining the tempo, but increasing a lot of dynamics and environmental high-tech capability in issue of environmental maintenance and waste management. Today, it's a good obstacle.
Chairman of the Ondo State Waste Management Authority, Mr. Sinyeka Alabi, assured that the authority is aligning with government policies to boost cleanliness, reduce unemployment, and improve public health outcomes through sustainability practices. One of the high points of the conference was the former investiture of Governor Aiyedatiwa as a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Management and Leadership, USA, a gesture that recognizes his visionary role in environmental and economic governance.
Award fellow.
Beyond ceremonial accolades, the event signaled a shift, a call to action for government, industry players, and communities to seize the untapped value within environmental waste and reposition Ondo State as a benchmark for sustainable development in Nigeria.
The media must remain a proactive partner in democratic governance by educating the public, interrogating leaders, and facilitating open discourse for societal development. This was the focal point at the latest edition of Circuit, a flagship program of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Osrc Orange FM Chapel, held in Akure. Osrc's Adewumi Taiwo reports that the Chief Press Secretary, Ebenezer Adeniyi, was a special guest.
Technical advisor.
As Nigeria's democratic journey evolves, the need for media practitioners to move beyond passive reportage and take an active role in nation building has become increasingly vital. Circuit, an initiative of the NUJ Osrc Orange FM Chapel, serves as a bridge between the media and key governance stakeholders. The latest edition featured the Chief Press Secretary to Ondo State Governor Ebenezer Adeniyi as the special guest. His presentation, titled Media and Governance, emphasized the indispensable role of journalism in shaping public opinion, advancing civic responsibility, and holding leadership accountable. Prince Adeniyi underscored the need for journalists to remain professional, courageous, and open to critique while championing societal development.
All media organizations are relevant, and OSRC is, for me, is probably the most important media organization in Ondo State. So we will continue to educate those in government to pay more attention to ensure that they give OSRC the necessary recognition that it deserves.
Chairman of the NUJ Osrc Orange FM Chapel, Odunayo Sawyer, reaffirmed that Circuit was created to deepen journalistic understanding of governance processes and societal impact.
In its democratic journey, the media has been instrumental in promoting good governance, exposing corruption, and amplifying citizens. Today, we'll explore the importance of building trust between media and government.
Director General of Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, OSRC, Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, commended the NUJ leadership for consistently providing such an impactful platform for professional discourse.
This is a very important, gathering, because I was quite delighted the first time I attended. I think we had the Commissioner nominee for Women Affairs, Special Advisor Women Affairs, and it was quite engaging, and also be able to take notes so that we'll be able to properly engage our special guest, because that is the voice of Mr. Governor, and whatever questions or answers we provide from here will actually reflect on the position of government. I know he will use his own, he will go about to talk about his private sector experience also, to actually reflect on the both sides of the divide. I want to welcome you and also thank the chairperson for putting this together, and I'm sure we're going to have a very engaging and very delightful conversation.
An interactive session followed, allowing participants to engage directly with the CPS on issues spanning media ethics, access to information, and civic responsibility. Participants praised the session for its depth and relevance, expressing anticipation for future editions of Circuit, which continue to promote democratic dialogue and stakeholder accountability. Adewumi Taiwo, OSRC News.
In another development, the state chairman of All Progressive Licensed Electrical and Electrician Contractors Association of Nigeria, APLICAN, Mr. Olubright, has commended the Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, OSRC, for a remarkable transformation in its infrastructure and operations. Mr. Bright, who led members of the association on the courtesy visit to OSRC headquarters in Akure, applauded the management's commitment to excellence and pledged applicant support for the organization's ongoing development. Our correspondent Abidemi Akeloti reports.
In a show of solidarity and professional goodwill, members of All Progressive Licensed Electrical and Electrician Contractors Association of Nigeria, APICAN, Ondo State Chapter, visited the headquarters of the Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, Osrc, in Akure. The visit, led by the state chairman, Mr. Olubright, was not just to identify with the corporation's management, but to commend what they described as the ongoing transformation of the station under the leadership of the Director General, Mr. Kenneth Odushola Stevenson. Impressed by the level of infrastructure development and renewed corporate direction, Bright pledged applicants' continual support to the media house.
It's performed very, very well, and I love him. Then, the reason why I come is that there is one certain place that marketing department at Uganda. There's been for over 2 decades. There's no touch in that of the job in that place like that. And this one just came, just in the circle of an eye, and said, I want to build this house. Very, very well. And I listened, what do I do with this man to support him, to give the helping hand? So I said, okay, my association will wire that place free of charge. And I thank God that the work has started already. We have laid the pipe, remained the electric, the wiring and fittings. And we are not put that through now to when the Scott is there before we can put the wiring.
The Director General of Osrc, Mr. Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, expressed heartfelt appreciation to the leadership and members of APICAN for their thoughtful gesture, noting that the association's willingness to give back to the society reflects a shared vision of development.
Contribution is really, really appreciated. And for us, we'll be eternally grateful that you have been able to save us some little money that will have paid to the electrical engineers. And we will all be alive to open that place in a couple of months, and then we will all be there to pray that at least we can give Osrc a befitting, it may not be a mansion, but a befitting marketing department.
The Director General assured that Osrc would remain focused on raising the bar of public broadcasting and driving positive change within and beyond the state's media space. Abidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
And in other news, the Ondo State Police Command has witnessed a leadership change as the erstwhile Commissioner of Police, Wilfred Afolabi, handed over the mantle of leadership to Adebowale Lawal, the new Commissioner of Police in the state. Lawal succeeds Afolabi following his recent redeployment by the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun. Speaking during the handover ceremony at the command's headquarters in Akure, Afolabi reeled off his achievements from when he took over the reins of police leadership in January to June, when he found out as the 45th Commissioner of Police. Terrifiers are serious.
I hand over the backings of the office to you.
In a celebratory handover ceremony at the Ondo State Police Command headquarters in Akure, the baton of leadership officially changed hands as CP Wilfred Afolabi bowed out as the 45th Commissioner of Police, paving the way for the assumption of office by CP Adebowale Lawal as the 46th Commissioner of Police. The outgoing Police Commissioner Wilfred Afolabi expressed appreciation to the Inspector General of Police for the logistical and moral support provided during his tenure, commending officers for their dedication and urging them to extend the same support to the new CP.
I equally want to thank the Inspector General of Police. He gave me the opportunity to be the 45th Commissioner of Police of Ondo State. And at the peak of the security challenge we had in the state, I know how I got in touch with him, and he made logistics and technical support available to us.
Afolabi dismissed speculations surrounding his redeployment, stressing that such postings are routines within the Nigeria Police Force. He commended the synergy between other sister agencies and praised the various media outfits and communities for collaborations which resulted to tremendous success.
70% of the informations that assisted us in having most of the major breakthroughs we had came from members of the public, which is means that there is enhancement in the mutual trust, which resulted, culminated in information sharing. So we cannot end this meeting without me taking time to thank the good people of Ondo State for the cooperation they gave to the Nigeria Police Force, along with other sister security agencies.
In his response, the new commissioner, Adebowale Lawal, thanked his predecessor and promised to build on the successes lead by collaborating other security outlets and residents of the state.
I've taken the responsibility. It's a challenge. I want to assure everybody that we live up to expectation. The areas where we need to address, where we need to re-strategize, he has briefed me, and we are going to work on those areas.
The transition signals a continuity of purpose and commitment to public safety in Ondo, as well as a testament to the discipline and continuity entrenched in the Nigeria Police Force. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
And in a groundbreaking move for the Muslim community in Akure, the Akure Association of Muslim Women has unveiled the city's first ever Muslim crest and orphanage dubbed Bright Futures Home. The ceremony held in the heart of Akure brought together key dignitaries, religious leaders, government representatives and community members who opined that the project marks an important step in addressing the social welfare needs of children from disadvantaged backgrounds within the Muslim community. Osrc's Akademi Akroti has more.
On behalf of the governor, I hereby commission this funding center to the glory of God and for the benefit of mankind.
In Nigeria, where millions of people faces life without parental care, the need for supportive, loving environments has never been greater. Hence, the construction of this state-of-the-art facility, which aims to provide both educational and emotional support for the vulnerable children, representing a milestone in the integration of social welfare with religious values in Ondo State and Nigeria. The Bright Futures Home is more than just a shelter. It is a safe haven where children can access quality education, moral upbringing, and care, all aligned with Islamic values. Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, represented by Commissioner nominee Amidu Takuro, conveyed the state government's full support for the initiative as it has potential to uplift the society.
It is a thing of joy that people of religion can come together to think about this. This means a lot. And the center is a center that will add value to the society.
Chairman on the occasion and senator representing Ondo Central Senatorial District praised the initiative, calling it a pioneering model of community-driven development that bridges the gap between charity and education.
For me, anything that she does particularly, and I say this openly to her, I will support her. Anything. Because I found out that everything she does is for the good of humanity, and she should be encouraged.
Chief Imam of Akure Kingdom, Alhaji Abdul Hakim Yai Akorede, stressed the importance of fostering educational and moral integrity in children from an elderly age.
Fún ìtọ́lọ̀ ṣe fún wa yìí, alhamdulillah. Fi Àkúrẹ́ ọlọ́wọ́ bá ti gbèrò ní báyìí kalẹ̀. Àṣeyọrí ńlá ni fún gbogbo àwọn tí a wà níbí.
The facility, according to the government house chief imam, Alhaji Yunu Anuola, is a beacon of hope.
For having the initiative
in putting in place this first and foremost of its kind in his land and in the Muslim community in Ondo State. We thank Allah for this.
We are committed to raising well-rounded individuals who will one day contribute meaningfully to our society and the world at large.
The event climaxed with awards given to recognize those who played an active role in the construction of the home. Abidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
And with our report, we've come to the end of the Sunshine Report. Join us at 6 for more updates. Good afternoon.